Golden State Invitational truck and tractor pull. For the Golden State Invitational truck and tractor pull. Welcome, everybody, to Let's Go Pulling. Happy Monday night, everybody. Got a full house. My name is Jason Schultz, owner of the Beer Money Pulling Team. We do this every Monday night. Charles, introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, I'm back again as just a resident moron.
Well, thank you. We got a whole screen of them, Charles. I don't know.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to be the first one to say it, so like I'll just own it. So we're good.
Charles, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
I'm a 23-year overnight success story in the sport of pulling and drag racing, and yeah, that's all you need to know. Just if you really think that you want to make something like overnight, like be like Jason, and you'll try to do it the way that I did it. You will be met with nothing but frustration and decades of failure, and then wind up being on his show anyway.
Charles has his own podcast as well. We're blessed to have Charles Pochon with us.
No, you're not.
I checked. Yes, we are. I wouldn't send you the link. I wouldn't send you the link if I didn't want you on here. It's pretty easy, Charles. So, Brent Sullivan, I'm honored to have you on our show, and I'm just gonna before we introduce you, Full Pull rolled out their new live betting, and everybody gets $1,000 fake money to try to, and whoever does the best with their fake money runs real money.
Fake money.
Yep. Fake money. I put all my money on your builder, on the tractor that you build and tune, Melanesian. I put all $1,000 for the win. So don't let me down, Saul.
I'll do my best, man. I'll do my absolute best. Thank you for having me tonight.
No, tell us who you are. Tell us.
Brant Sullivan. I am Steve Melanesian's crew chief on his two modified tractors. One of them's a 7400 and one of them's a 6000. And we're looking forward to this weekend in Madera.
Kind of tell us who your grandpa and your dad is, in case people are dumb.
Wayne and Donnie Sullivan, they're pretty synonymous. Don't need too much of an introduction. Very fortunate to grow up with them as my two main role models in life. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to have the opportunity to be doing what I'm doing right now.
Are they going to join us this weekend?
Yes, they'll be here for the show to spectate. I don't think our semi is legal in the state of California, so we're going to have to try to work around that for future events. But they will be here to watch both nights.
I love it. I love it. Tim and Matt, introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are. Tell us about your tractors. Oh, shit, they're muted. Charles, did I mute them? Hold on.
I didn't know. They're not muted.
They're muted on their end. They got to push the button, Tim. Push the button. Push the button. So.
Oh, now they're muted. Definitely. Push it again. There you go.
It worked earlier.
Do we have him yet? Nope. Well, Massetti, you go while Tim and Matt figure out their sound.
All right. I'm Brian Massetti with MLM Motorsports. We are very happy to have all these fine people joining us this weekend with our.
How much did you pay, Massetti? How much did you pay all these people to come on and pretend to like you?
I had to sign a non-disclosure deal. I can't tell you. They were all different. I mean, some of them cost me more than others, but
yeah. How much did you pay to get Donnie Reed to sit on his Harley in his house during the interview? That's the first time we've ever had that before.
You see the caliber of people we have. I mean, we have the most awesome pullers out here. We have a guy with
mine wasn't
Harley
enough, so obviously it was free.
What's that?
Mine wasn't enough, so obviously it was free.
Shit, we just lost somebody.
Yeah, that was Ray and Amanda Ford.
You think we were taking too long to get to introductions? They're like, screw this, I'm going home. So
could have been. Anyways, I'm Brian. Looking forward to seeing everybody this weekend.
It's gonna be awesome. Michael?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike Idle from Bevier, Missouri. Jason sometimes refers to me as the super fan. I don't know that I actually earned that title. I would say maybe like Grand National fan. I don't know if I've made it up to super yet. Here's what I've learned about pulling ever since I started doing these. You don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. But I love being a part of what's going on. I've made enough noise and just being around in social media that I've been able to come on a lot of these podcasts. I try to just give the fans perspective. I talk about what we're talking about in the bleachers. I bring the ideas and the rumors and the things that are being discussed behind the scenes. And my opening statement, well, 2 opening statements for tonight. First of all, I spent the whole afternoon rearranging, trying to get like a really cool backdrop like all you guys have, and you still can't see any of it. So my backdrop stinks. I mean, look at Matt. Matt's in Bowling Green. Like, how'd that happen? That's really cool. And opening statement number 2.
Mike. Call it a green screen. You just Google it. Google it, Mike.
The Bowling Green screen. The Bowling Green green screen.
Hey, I see what you did there. I like that.
Perfect.
But betting, I learned this weekend. I know a decent amount tractor pulling. I don't know anything about betting. I need to figure out how to bet better. Fullpull.us has got some awesome games. I'm going to figure out how to bet, and I'm going to get on top of that thing this weekend.
I want you to say, I'm going to bet better 5 times real fast.
I'm going to bet better.
5 times.
Yeah, copy paste for the next 4.
Gotcha. Hold on. I got to do this. I got to do this for this next introduction. Well, this is your cue, Donnie. You're big on the screen. Now you tell us who you are and stuff like that.
I'm Donnie Reed with Reed Trucking Company in Stockton, California, and RTCI Motorsports, and I'm nobody special, just the next old truck driver that fell in love with the sport of pulling probably 43 years ago and found a home in the pro modified class and is still a work in progress.
Okay. And you're sitting on a motorcycle in your house. Please elaborate, Donnie, a little bit.
Say that again.
You're sitting on a motorcycle in your home, correct?
No, I'm sitting at a bar next to my motorcycle. This is a motorcycle that I built back in the 90s, and Harley Davidsons are my second love, if you will. And by the time I got done building it, I had so many other bikes, and this thing, I spent so much money learning how to build a bike that I never really drove this thing. It only has about 800 miles on it. I told my wife I wasn't going to use it. I was going to put it in the bar in the house. And she said, well, I'm going to allow that as long as you never start it. If you ever start it, you and it are both gone.
I'm supposed to ask you about your first pulling experience date with your lovely wife.
Well, I met Lori getting a haircut in 1979. And I guess I've lied to a lot of people because I told them this happened in 79, but she swears it was 1980. Whatever. We were driving around San Francisco. She was showing me the house that she grew up in, where she was born, her dad's business, and all that sort of thing. And as we drove by the Cow Palace in Daly City, there was a big sign up there that said 4-wheel drive truck pull, and I thought, whoa, back up. We went to a truck pull that night, and we both kind of fell in love with the sport right then and there. We thought, well, this is something that we're going to do. And I went down to the announcement booth and met John Borba, who handed me some rules and this and that. And the very next weekend, I pulled in the stock class with my '79 Ford and won first place. And Danny Coelho handed me a trophy, and I thought, well, this is good shit right here. And I
Love
and
it.
we've moved around a little bit and built a couple of different machines and tried a couple different things. But the pro modified class is where we made a home, and Mike and I both have 2 trucks this year, and Mike's been busy working, but I spent most of this year trying to learn how to drive mine, and I'm sure hoping that I got something down for this weekend.
Well, Spike is 18-1 right now at fullpullgames.com. And you are at currently, let's see here, Donnie Reeves. You are at 7.5-1 right now, Donnie. So
Okay.
I like it.
Whatever that means.
Tim, Matt, talk to us.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
All right.
You guys even had your Gold State Invitational hats on. Well done. Well done.
Anyways, Tim Perry from Hillmore. I got into pulling. My brother started before me, and he was pulling a pickup. And then he went back east and picked up a tractor out of Ohio, and then named that Power Trip. And then a few years later, I ended up buying a 60/30. It was called Road Gear Deer. And then I ended up making my new tractor was Rutten and Ruthless. And I ended up happening to meet Matt one day at the International dealership. And he had I don't know, what would you have, a hot farm tractor? Or?
Yeah, 1066 hot farm.
Yeah. So he started after that, and we become friends. And then we end up going back east and pulling after my brother had been back there to Gordyville. He's pulled at Louisville, and we just follow the footsteps, go back east where there's some real horsepower.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So let's get Ray and Amanda. It's your turn, guys. Talk to us.
And go.
I drive the I drive it and break it. Yeah, this is my first full season driving the Hooligan, and it all kind of, and then we couldn't figure out what to do with the engine. And so truck, and now I drive.
Yep.
Well said. Well said.
I couldn't hear it.
Well, I guess it's my turn. Good evening, everybody. I'm another resident, how Charles put it, and I'm trying to figure out what Jason wanted Mike to say quickly, because that's what I do best. I live around Stewart, Illinois, and do some announcing during the summer and a whole lot of auctions during the year, and just glad to be on here, getting to know everybody. And I'm getting jealous of the warm weather that California looks to be presenting this weekend. This looks awesome.
Amen to that.
It's like, man, this Midwest and this time change, I'm thinking 2 hours behind, and California cool would be the place to be. So pretty cool.
Thanks,
cool.
Matt.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. All right. So before we jump into all about GSI, Charles and I are part of an event called the Pullers Championship. And we tried to win the internet today. I don't know if we did or not, but we announced our classes. And I want to pull those up on there. Charles, if you could rattle those off when I put them on the screen, that'd be fantastic.
Yep, happy to. As soon as you get them there,
Yep,
I can read, sort of.
Yeah, it depends. You're from Michigan, so
Yeah, it's questionable.
Right?
We're bringing back, as we have, the 8500 limited pro stock tractors, 466 class, the 9500 4.1 limited pro stocks, the super farms, which we will equate as we have done in the past year, pro stock tractors, diesel super stock tractors, and stay tuned for more on that category when it comes to it. Light super stock tractors, the modified four-wheel drive trucks, super stock diesel trucks, modified minis, the modified tractors, the unlimiteds, and this is the unlimited modifieds and super semis. And there's going to be some more in there that's maybe going to be a little bit of a surprise to you, but we're going to keep that in our back pocket until we get everything all lined out and figured out. So, but this is where we're coming from and what we're hoping to present to you at the track at Holzhauer's in Southern Illinois, and bring the pain, so to speak, for the most requested, the most selective, the most outdoor pulling event you can come by.
Well done. May 17th and 18th. And we're going to have a live show on the Pullers Championship page this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. I want to give a quick shout out to Full Pull. The games are up. The games are up for the Golden State Invitational this weekend with the money lines. And let's see if Donnie Reeves has moved up at all in the lines here. Home, Pro Mods. Donnie has not won them over yet, so he's still at what I say, 7.5 to 1. There's Donnie right there. So all good. It's all good. And then one more quick thing. For those of you that bought the live stream from us, BeerMoneyPulling.tv, thank you so much. If you missed Diesels and Dark Corners, you can go back and buy the replay at BeerMoneyPulling.tv for $9.99. We had 160 hooks each night, and we pulled for 8 to 9 hours on one track. So there's plenty. You're going to get your money's worth for $9.99. And here's where you're going to buy the link for the Golden State Invitational this weekend. If you can't be there in person, $24.99, and all the money goes back to the promoter for this. So if you can't be there, join us at BeerMoneyPulling.tv. So this is the part of the show where I say, Brian Massetti, you're the promoter of one of the most prestigious events in the West Coast, invitational only. What's the vision behind having a big event like this, Brian? How do you set classes? Just kind of tell us your vision behind everything.
Great. So we want this to be the pull that pullers look forward to going to every year. This is for pullers. It's the best. It's a good showcase of the best pulling equipment we have in the Western United States. We have everything from super stock pickups to, of course, the pro modified four-wheel drives. We have work stock diesel, limited pro, pro stock diesel. We have 2 hot farm classes. We've got the 6,000 modified, 7,400 pound modified, and 8,000 pound modified tractors. We have super farm tractors, country modified pickups, 12 classes. We've got the best of the best out here. People who've supported our shows throughout the year get invited. Just an awesome weekend of pulling. We want the pullers to enjoy this more than anything. This year, it's actually a little early start. Thursday is somebody's birthday coming into town or something, so there's a little shindig planned for that. Then it kicks off Friday. We have just everybody be hanging out, have a good vibe going. Then Friday night we pull. Saturday we fix what we have to fix. And Saturday night we hit them again. So it is just going to be an action-packed, fun weekend.
And this is year number 2. I was fortunate enough to go out last year. Thank you for that invite. It was good to see everybody. This is where, Brian, I kind of want you to take over a little bit and talk to Donnie or Tim or Matt or Ray or Amanda or Brant and just ask them questions about the event and stuff like that, please.
One thing I would like to know from our guests, our pullers, is one thing that you think our event sets our event different than other events you've attended, short of, say, those of you that have been to Bowling Green and some big events. Let's focus on like California events. And just if I don't know, Brant, you're up at the top of my screen. If you want to start, just something you see that you think we're doing well and that people, pullers and fans alike, can look forward to.
The facility. The facility is second to none compared to the pools I've been to out here. And I'm not trying to downgrade any of the other tractor pools I've attended. It's just, it's a rare occasion you get to have a tractor pool at a asphalt track and have that much blacktop parking for all the competitors. You got a campground. You have a place to house your meal that you give us each day. You know what I'm saying. It's very accessible for the pullers. You look forward to going. It's not a nuisance to get in and out of. And on top of everything, you have good dirt. You know, I know the stigma about California is the tracks aren't that great, but I think me and you've discussed this. You can make any dirt manageable as long as you put effort into it. And it goes to show you guys really take your time and make a valiant effort to give us not extraordinary, but a good surface to pull on, you know, and that's all we can expect and appreciate as pullers is you give us a great facility to come to and you do your best with the dirt you're given, and it turns out to be a great show. And I mean, if anyone wants to question how the track is, just watch that video you like to post of old Uncle Sam running down through there. He got that thing hooked up to it, and if you can get a 5-inch mod hooked up to it, the dirt's pretty good. So it ball's in your court at that point.
Well said. Thank you. I'm going to record you saying that so we could use that for our commercial next year. That was good. Thanks.
Hey, man, there ain't no bad tracks. It's just bad setups.
There you go. That's
Where
right.
have I heard that before? Well said.
How about you, Donnie? What would you say?
Well, aside from the fact that it's not going to be 110 degrees, and aside from the fact that it's not going to be dusty and dirty, and like Brent said, it's just a fantastic facility. You know, the campground on the grass under the shade trees and all the amenities that go along with it, and the pit area that's mostly paved, and I mean it's just a great area. And in addition to that, it's a 2-day hook, which is a very rare situation out here. And you know, but most of all, the fact that, you know, you can't do this stuff if you don't make money doing it. It's so hard for the promoters. There's so many things that go into it. And but in spite of everything, Brian's first and foremost objective in this is to make it a pleasurable atmosphere for the pullers, and I really appreciate that as a puller. I've dabbled in a little bit of that myself, so I can understand the obstacle that he's against. The fact that he puts on a fine meal, and like Brant said, it's in a nice area. You know, we're never out in the sun, we're never out in the elements. I mean, it's just a great environment, and you know, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to it, because most of my favorite friends in the whole world are going to be there. So I mean, it's just going to be a great event for me. And
I'm excited to see you too, Donnie.
Brian, and where's Ron Stone at? It's his birthday today, right?
He's at the Case IH for the Outlaws, the Case IH Superfan Experience, but he's flying out Thursday. He'll be on the microphone with Brian's dad.
How cool is that? Anyway, it's I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think that we've ever had. I mean, last year was awesome, but the effort that Brian is in and his entire family, and he'll I'm sure in this show he'll mention that, but his entire family brings so much to the sport and to this particular event that it's going to be awesome, and the effort that they put into it is to be commended. And I, for one, as a puller, really appreciate that. It's going to be a great
awesome time. Well, thank you, Donnie.
Sure.
Tim and Matt, how about you guys?
I think the word Brant was looking for was like a level playing field. You know, the track's groomed from front to back. They got it ready to go for that next puller, and I think everybody's got an equal opportunity to show what they got on their machine and give the crowd the best show they can get for their money, because they're the ones that helping us and supporting us and amongst us out there wrenching on our equipment from day to day. But I remember Donnie having his 2-day pull, that Raging Horses pull, and I thought that was one of the best things we had. I mean, I know the track was out through the gate, and I remember pulling off the track and coming up there to watch the next guy, and here comes this boy, like Spike, just rolling through the gate almost all the way up, pulled about almost 400 feet that day out to that pool. And, having a facility in a cramped area, like, I'm not saying it was bad, but, Madera's got that asphalt parking lot, and we can get in and out, and, you got hookups, and we can put our toter homes there, and we're close to home. We can go back and get stuff if we need to. And I think it was just a great idea that Brian started to get a 2-day event, and we could be able to, if we mess to set up the first day or something, we come back the second day, and if there's not too many hooks out here, we get 2-day hooks. So I really enjoy that. We got some good dirt out there, and they do their best to make it, like I said, a level playing field for all.
Brian, before you go next, I want to hear from Matt Crow as well, but I want to hear from one of our panel, Mike or Matt or Charles. If I say California Truck and Tractor Pull, what's your knee-jerk reaction as a Midwesterner? Upper Michigan.
So mine is track, question mark, with some dots thrown in there. Just, I don't know that we know what we think when we think California, but we definitely have this gut feeling of it's not what we see around here, especially when it comes to maybe the topsoil and the agriculture. But what everyone is saying, I'll tell you this, like last year when we were watching a lot of the highlight videos from this, I got my phone out and I'm showing my buddies and everything. And that was the first thing out of our mouth. We didn't know what we were expecting, but the first thing they said was, good track. Don't know what we thought California dirt would look like, but that's a good track. So that seems to be a common theme here, and that's without a doubt the gut reaction I got as a fan looking at this last year.
Charles, California pulling.
Goes to the truck guys, and they have shown that they have a good track out there, and all respect to what they're doing out there. I'm excited about it, and I think they deserve to have a light shine on them like we're doing. You guys got something going out there, and it's really, really, really cool. And you sucked Brant Sullivan out there to be a part of it and build some stuff. So that tells me everything I need to know.
Well, we're just the beneficiary of Brant coming out here. I think we have to thank Jesselyn for Brant being here.
Well, come on.
It just benefits the rest of us. That's all.
Yeah, you're good looking, Brian, but you ain't that good looking.
I feel the same about you, buddy.
Thanks.
John Moore's watching from Modesto tonight. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. This is fun. And then John Steelman says, wait till this year. Dirt has big potential. Matt Hart, before I go to Matt Crow. Matt Hart, I say you're in Illinois. You're in Illinois. You're from Illinois. I say California Truck and Tractor Pull. What's the first thing that you think of?
Yeah, I'm thinking about surfers trying to jump on a tractor seat. Honestly, it's one of those things. Like, okay, these guys are too cool for us, right? But then I see in the track, and I'm hearing all these great stories, and I'm jealous now. I've got some friends that are in Fresno that have never been to a tractor pull, and I'm thinking they're getting a link to this tonight because this needs to be something that's big this time of year. That's awesome.
Fresno's less than 30 minutes away.
Perfect.
That's where I'm flying into.
Yep.
Perfect.
But,
next year, maybe then I can find myself out there and see it for myself. That'd be awesome.
For sure. But before we jump to Matt Crow, you guys talked about trying to put a
Everybody
level
keeps
playing.
saying Matt Crow's like, when do I get to talk? I mean, this
We will.
Matt Crow get to talk.
We're building you up, Matt. But as far as the track and the effort, we've 4 truckloads of equipment showed up today. And I know we're getting more from Donnie, and there's more coming tomorrow. Tomorrow we're starting to work the dirt and get moisture in it, and so we are putting the effort in. We're going to do everything we can to make this the best for each and every puller. We're trying to promote this event. We're putting on pulls all summer, but we're pullers. I mean, the only reason we put on events is because we want to have good events to go to. Our family competes on several different levels, and and we just want it to be good for everybody. And I want it to continue for my kids and their buddies, and that's it. So it means a lot when everybody says, "Hey, we could tell that the effort was put in." So thank you for noticing that.
What-
Donnie,
you guys,
Donnie Reed has moved up. He's had money bet on him since we've been on the show. He's now 7.3 to 1. But Doug Bradshaw's still the favorite at 5 to 1. So
How's Brant doing in this deal? Brant still kicking everybody's
That
ass?
isn't fair because Doug just has more friends than me. That's not right.
it just means people are going to lose their money.
the idea that Californians don't know dirt is a very that's a fallacy, right? Because you guys are responsible for the most diverse range of crops that there exists, and you guys can grow freaking anything in the San Joaquin Valley. Like, you guys can figure it out, and if you can figure out all that stuff, you can figure out a pulling track. I'm pretty confident of that.
True.
Hey, Matt Crow, are you related to this Scott Crow guy that's commenting on the show?
I'm not sure. It's a possibility. The last name's spelled the same way, and my family was originally from Missouri, so I'm a 7th generation farming out here in California.
Are
So
you being a smartass right now, or are you seriously being serious?
I'm dead serious. Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think it's
Well,
called
doesn't he have a
Crow's Landing?
Yeah. I mean, I'm from Crow's Landing, so my family founded Crow's Landing in the 1800s. They came out this way. So
He's from Paris, Missouri, and he's got a picture of your tractor on his profile photo.
yes, sir. Yep. Scott does a hell of a job. He does all of our engine building and set up all of our stuff. So we're definitely greatly appreciated of Crow Performance.
Yep, awesome. Okay, Massetti, you can take over your show again. I'm sorry I
Oh,
interrupted.
thanks. Appreciate that. So, Matt, do you have anything else about running your super farm in Madera that you're looking forward to or that you liked
Hey,
from last year?
Yeah, you know what, Brian? I mean, you put on one hell of a show. Awesome venue. Everything just clicks right along, perfect. Just happy to be invited and to get back out there and compete and just have fun.
Cool. Well, we are looking forward to that. Hopefully, you guys take it easy on your tractors this year. You both heard something last year, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't do
Yeah.
that again.
It's been a year since I've been able to hook, so a year to the date next week.
Did you get your
Seriously,
motor back in?
Yeah, thanks.
You haven't hooked-
Thanks to
you
a
haven't hooked
transport
in a year?
company.
Yeah. Those are
Yeah,
pretty
you
good
haven't
guys.
Overnight transport. Yeah.
Yeah, overnight transport.
Oh, Jimbo and Kevo, they'll haul it for you.
Yeah.
Tim hasn't hooked in a year.
I burned a piston last year, and I've been waiting for sleeves. You know how that is. When you burn something and try to get parts, and then they all show up at one time, and then it's like too late. So Scott finally got it done, and has been waiting for a ride. And I think Brian's got done about the same time, so it ended up working out where we got a hitched a ride, and she's home. So
Ours got done Saturday night at about midnight. So, and then it came home.
yeah, yours is leased together. Mine's still not together.
True.
So
Cool. All right. Up top there, Ray and Amanda. Amanda is our defending Workstock Golden State Invitational champion. So, Amanda, what are you looking forward to this weekend? Hey, we can't hear you guys. I don't know if you can hear us. We're having a hard time.
I think their internet sucks.
Yeah.
Amanda's 13 to 1 right now. Night shift, Eric Roca has $2,400 bet on him. He's 2.5 to 1 right now. Amanda, can we hear you now?
okay, sounds like it sees candy.
Yeah.
Is it Rocha or Roca?
Rocha.
That's the kid with the fat golf cart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray and
He's
Amanda,
gonna put
we
a governor
cannot
on
hear
the
you.
picture.
Yeah. He's gonna keep it at home.
Are they on their phone or on a computer, I wonder?
Don't know. Here, you want to text them?
Here's the full pull games for the work stock. Eric's 2.5 to 1 right now.
That's pretty cool, dude. And thank you to Full Pull and Beer Money for bringing that to our event. I think this
gonna be
just
fun.
adds one more level of excitement.
Yep. It's going to be fun. Super, super fun.
It is. It is. So well, hopefully Ray and Amanda can get voice. One thing we do have again for this year, well, we have, I think everybody knows, but Friday night and Saturday night are independent events. So there's a winners and there's purse and everything for both nights. And then Saturday night we'll crown a class champion, of course. And then we have these pretty sweet rings for this year. We did them last year also. We got American flag. Then we got California, so we can remind everybody where we are. So we're looking forward to that. We got these pretty awesome acrylic trophies again. 6,000 pound modified tractor class. I don't know who I'm betting on that class, but anyways, that'll be a tough class.
I know who.
Yeah.
I know I put my money.
You're in love with Brent. I know, Jason. You're in love with Brent. But
I just like selling Melanesial. I like saying
The stallion.
stallion.
No, that's the devil. 6,000's the devil.
Well,
Right?
Trevor's in talking a little shit. This is what I want. This is good for the numbers.
Shit, Trevor. I think we're gonna see a little stallion get rid of. Oh man. Damn. We haven't even started that thing in California, Trev. So
I just
anyway,
think it's cool that you put 2 diesel motors on it. I think that's so exciting.
yeah, them little Duramaxes, they look pretty good. We have each day, as people mentioned, we're gonna have a puller meal. It'll be 3:30 in the afternoon. Kind of an odd time for a meal, but if the pull starts at 6, it's tough to have dinner. So we're gonna have 3:30 meal. We've got Furman Campos family catering on Friday. We're gonna do smoked tri-tips, rice. He's got a whole menu planned for us. It'll be great.
Well, I'm flying out now. You
Hey,
sold
Jason,
me.
you still on a diet from last year?
So
Nah.
I
Nope.
did really good until about a month ago, and then I'm gonna wait to restart back. Nick Jackson called me today and told me about his breakfast burritos, so I'm gonna start my diet when I get back. So
Okay, good.
I plan on drinking heavily and eating like really bad this weekend.
That's a solid plan.
Well, it's gonna be fun.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a solid plan. It's a liquid plan.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You're right. You're right. Saturday
As
we
long as
are
you stay
having
away from
tacos.
golf carts, right, Jason?
Yeah, we're gonna once Brian goes to bed, we'll get the golf carts out again. So
No. Golf carts and side by sides are going to get turned off 1 hour after the show.
Good call.
We don't have.
Call.
Check this out. Madera's a cool place and all. We don't have a hospital here anymore. The nearest emergency room is a minimum of a 30-minute drive. So we need to make good choices. We need to turn the golf carts and all that shit
Yep.
off an hour after the show.
Do
And we'll
that.
just walk. We'll walk wherever we need to go. No Tesla racing. No Peterbilts around the track.
Turn them off 30 minutes before the end of the show.
That's a better idea. What did you want to do, Donnie?
No 18-wheeler racing. I was fixing to drop the hauler trailer. Go play with
I don't know
Kevin.
what. I hope
All right.
Kevin's not watching right now.
here's the deal.
And we can always
Okay.
have a Bowling Green parade, right, Jason? Where we can have it, do what they do, right?
Yes, we could. Sullivan knows all about that. So.
I didn't venture out in the campground very much. I was a well-behaved kid.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jesslyn likes you because you're smart too. I get it.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
So-
You asked my dad. Donnie had a tight leash on me.
Yeah, because he knows what happens in that campground. So. All right, so Charles and Matt and Mike don't know the story. Massetti, please, all the statute limitations have wore off. So please tell us what the country music star and your brother, and tell us. It's really a good story, Brian. We're not going to let it happen.
It is a good story. So we're so Saturday night we have got to clear the pits out because there's a big ass swap meet that comes into the pits on Sunday mornings. So everybody's loading up, moving to the front side of the grandstands. There's plenty of room to park. We just have to clear the pits. So I was going to leave the sled in the infield and come back for it Monday. And the Cal Poly students said, no, let's get it loaded up. We'll help you get it out of here. Okay. So we're hooking the sled up, dusting it off, whatever. And then my Peterbilt was in the infield. We had to hook it up to the trailer to get some other equipment out. And it fires up and it pulls onto the track and it starts going around the track. And I thought, oh my God, I know my brother's involved. And I thought another friend of ours was involved. So, okay, lap 1, lap 2. By about lap 7 or 8, I said, this is getting out of hand. And I mean, they're grabbing cars and making some laps. And so then they stopped, they pulled in, and I think they were going to turn around and go the other way. Maybe they're dizzy. They had to unwind or something. But so I hollered at them and I said, hey, we need that truck. And I don't need it wadded up in the wall of the racetrack. So I'm starting to get a little upset, and I walk over, and it was Heath Sanders, the country music guy that we had doing a concert. Well, he and my brother started hanging out after the concert was over, and then I don't know, I'm sure it was Kevin's idea, but they went and got in the truck, and Kevin taught him how to drive. He'd never driven a truck like that, so Kevin taught him how to drive right there on their speedway. So now it's funny, I guess, but at the time it wasn't that funny until I saw Heath driving, and I said, well, that's kind of cool. I mean, so we're going to try to put an end to Peterbilt racing on the racetrack
At 3 a.m.
I think they're in. Hey, Ray and Amanda, you're back.
You might want to keep an eye on Kevin. He's well rested. I heard Jim drove him all the way.
I didn't hear that part of the story. So, Ray and Amanda, you back?
Can we hear?
Yeah, you hear us now?
Oh, now
Oh my gosh.
Well, Kmart internet isn't doing too well.
The Kmart
Okay.
internet.
We
Well
literally
said.
just got new internet installed this week too.
Oh, well, they need to upgrade it for you. This is Ray and Amanda Ford in our work class. So I'll let you guys take it from there.
I don't know.
What are you looking forward to?
I just enjoy going to the polls and seeing everybody and you know the changes that they've made in their trucks or you know just catching up and it's kind of it feels like a perfect end to the season as far as you know everybody's worked really hard to get where they're at and now it's one last poll and it's just everybody gets together. It's a really good time. It's a great track. It's strictly just a pull. It's not a county fair with a pull attached. It's a pulling event, and it's what we look forward to all year.
Well said. So Amanda, right now you're 13-1, and you won it last year, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
right now Eric Rocha is 2.5-1, and Wade Bradshaw's 4-1. So this is where you say, people, get your fake money out and go to fullpullgames.com and start betting on me. Bet on the girl. Say it, Amanda. Give them. Talk a little shit.
I mean,
the underdog truck.
it is kind of an underpowered little truck, and I have thoroughly tested that powertrain this season, so I think that part's solid. We'll see what's gonna happen. I'm excited.
Yeah. We know she don't let out.
No, she doesn't.
Anybody who's followed us all year, watched any videos, you know she don't let out. Even if something breaks, if the truck has a chance to move forward, she's wide open still.
Well,
For sure.
just let her go.
Yeah.
If she goes, she goes. If she blows, she blows.
Hey, as long as it's on the track.
Send her rod to God.
John Bohr says dodge to the front. Ian says she handles business as I am a witness. Oh, Ian's a rapper. Chicka chicka wow wow. And Brad Griffin says crank it up, Amanda. Crank it up.
Next year will be better.
Yep.
I'm surprised Brad Griffin has time to watch this.
No kidding. He's been busy.
Has he got his stuff back together?
I think they're about ready to.
It's all in one piece.
Yeah. I think they're They're ready almost to fire it, or maybe they did today.
I like it. Charles, ask one person on the panel, not Matt or Mike. Ask one of the Californians or the West Coasters a question. First thing, then Mike and Matt, you get ready too.
What is the most oddball combination and modified that you guys have out there? V12, agricultural or aircraft. What's the weirdest thing that's running out there?
I think it's that black tractor with 2 engines. That somebody's weird. No, we have several Allisons, but that's not that weird.
Allison's okay. That's the perfect answer every time. Allisons are always cool, so that you win.
They
You
are
win with
very
it.
cool.
What's the Allisons we got?
What are they?
Yeah, what are they? Like Allisons are always cool. Are they? They stair stepped? Are they side by side? Are they hogs blown?
Single engine.
What do we got?
They're singled. They're single.
All
They're
of
all
them single.
yeah. They're all singles, but one of them is twin turboed. That one's pretty good.
Well, that's never bad. So you win with that one with me.
I think it's going to be Brian's new tractor with those Allison turboed, right, Brian?
Yes,
We're going to see
it's
him
pretty
up.
cool. Nobody's ever seen that.
So with the twin Allison, the Allison that's twin turboed, what's the setup on it? Is it Hillborn injected, and then what chargers are you running, or what do we got there?
I don't know enough about it to.
Oh, come on!
I don't know. It used to run, and then Garrett Forbes bought it a few years ago. They had to rebuild it. He's only made a couple passes, but he will be here with it this weekend.
That's Alan Roach, I guess.
John Bohr says Skunk Works. Yeah, you guys, keep it down low. On the down low.
Well, there is a tractor called Skunk Works that's a turboed V8. I guess that one is a Pontiac, I think.
He don't have a steering wheel. He just uses the button to drive it, right, Brian? No, he had a dial. I think he had a dial.
No, he used to. He used to, but I think they I don't know who didn't like it, but they put a kibosh on that, and he's got a steering wheel now.
That was tried before.
So
that's sweet.
Dale Filkins is kind of a mad scientist, so he just makes cool shit for his tractor.
I like that. I actually want to hear more about it, even if it was disallowed. Like, we can do that for a future show. I think that'd be really cool to hear about what he was doing there.
We can get him on there.
Trevor says Hillborn injected on methanol.
Okay.
Yeah. Charles knows what that means.
Alan's tractor. Alan Rocha.
Yep. Like, kind of maybe happened to have between myself and Andrew bought a tractor that is Hillborn injected on methanol.
Nice.
Still need to finish that thing.
Start a GoFundMe page, Charles. So.
Yeah, we've got it covered. It's just there's other things. Anyway.
Got it. Matt, ask a question to the West Coasters.
Yeah, you bet. Amanda, we finally can hear you. Wanted to ask about that work stock class. What for those that are spectating back home? What's that equate to? What's your turbo size? Maybe it's a standard thing, but I'm kind of the guy sitting in the stands eating popcorn. What am I looking at there?
I'm going to turn this over to Ray because he built the truck.
It's so the work stock truck is an old engine from a truck I drove every day, 300,000+. It's nothing special. It's still a VP44 powered pickup. It runs an S369 charger and some 616 injectors on a custom standalone wiring harness with the Quadzilla.
Well,
There's nothing fancy.
I think what the question, what does that equate to out in the Midwest? Is it like
that is some old school shit?
We're getting our ass kicked in the Midwest.
Well, yeah.
What's the weight limit in that class?
What's what?
The weight limit.
8,000 pounds.
Okay.
No. So it's
But they're limited to an S300 turbo.
Yes.
You can't you have to run a stock drivetrain, right? That came in a 1-ton or smaller pickup. Is that true?
Yeah. So originally, when we had the idea, we pulled that engine out of my truck, which was supposed to be a 3.0 truck, because I was going to build a bigger one. I had it laying around, no one wanted to buy it, and she kind of had the idea because she finally got like kind of into the sport, was interested. So I read the rules and I talked to my sponsor, who is a wrecking yard, and said, "Hey, I need a dually 3500 Dodge. This is what I want to put together." And so they got me a truck, plopped the engine down, and set it up. So it's just typical 8,000 pound 3500 truck with an engine, and it seems to work and makes her happy.
But as far as I think, Matt, as far as the whole class, that's where you were going. Like, what does the class consist of? It's a S300 turbo. They can handle weight, 8,000 pounds. Drivetrain that came in a 1-ton or smaller pickup, so no drop boxes, none of that. I think it's supposed to have interiors and all all that stuff. You can't run a hood stack. It's in between a stock diesel pickup and a limited pro, basically. So
yeah, street
Are you
legal.
guys, are you guys smart enough to say that it's going to be an S300 frame, or do you actually put like a bore size and go like super stupid like we do here
frame.
in the Midwest?
No, because we don't want to take it that far.
Hey, our tech
We don't
crew's
have-
up to date now. We got to check out those size. You know, we got to have the plug and all that good stuff. Every time we go to a pool, they got to be checking us. So, tech crew will be on top of it.
Gotcha. Cool.
How about you, Mike? You got anything for the panel?
Yeah, so something that piqued my interest. So, I'm from Missouri, and probably the most prestigious academic institution we have is just the University of Missouri. And here's how academically inclined we are. We respelled our own name to Mizzou. Jason, did you seriously not know that we went by Mizzou? I heard you this weekend down in Georgia that didn't know what Mizzou was.
I was just trying to be funny because what I like about going to California, everybody speaks the same kind of English I do. So like I can talk as fast as I normally do. But there's a certain line in the United States. Once I go past it, I have to talk a little bit slower.
Well, we flirt with that line, I'm sure. So here's what I want to know. Cal Poly, what's their affiliation? How did they get involved? What did they build? Are they competitive? What's the connection there? Because that's neat.
Man, that could be a whole show right there. But
we've had the whole show on that before.
I was going to say
we did, but briefly, probably 20 years ago. Cal Poly, they ran some of the first sleds out here. Mark Zons, who still competes in our 6,000 pound class this weekend, he's built a tractor a long time ago. So the school owns 2 tractors now. They have the Mustang Legacy in our 6,000 and the Poly Thunder, which is a twin Chevrolet in the 7,400. The program is run by students. Our son Trevor has actually been president last year and this year of the team. The kids work on the tractors, they maintain them, they transport them. They do have 2 advisors from the school, but they just all summer the tractors lived at our shop, and Trevor took care of them, and we transported them to the events. It is a neat program, getting these kids involved, and several have gone on to build their own vehicle and stay in the sport. You asked if they're competitive. They are. They're not. I mean, they keep them running well. They don't push them to the ragged edge because they obviously don't have just unlimited funding to keep rebuilding stuff. They're very consistent. They show up. They make good passes, and it's neat to see the consistency when it's a different driver or there's a rotation of drivers.
Yeah,
every student gets a chance. They put in time, they work on it, they go to meetings, whatever. And I don't know the exact way it works, but it may be, if there's enough students, you may not drive for maybe every 7 pulls, you'll get a shot at driving. But it's neat the way they run the program. It just it gives a lot of kids experiences that they would never have in without this tractor pulling program.
Well, and I like how that kind of bridges the gap that we've been talking about all night too. You know, if I just walked up to a random person right now and I said, you know, pick a university that you think offers a tractor pulling program, you know, they're going to say something maybe in Indiana, or they're going to say a Diesel Technical Institute in Ohio or something. And, you know, the first one that pops up is Cal Poly in California. So that's awesome. That's just really cool.
You know, the other thing we have out here, and they'll be here this weekend also, but to the north of us is Modesto Junior College, and they run a 4-wheel drive pickup in the country modified class. Same type of deal. They have a very hands-on advisor, but the same thing. Students work on it. In fact, they put on their own event. So does Cal Poly. But just a couple weeks ago, we were up in Modesto working with them for their event. But same deal. Kids work on it. They go out and get sponsors. They have a rotation for driving. Just another awesome program that's getting more young people exposed to this sport, and hopefully they'll fall in love with it and continue. And as they graduate and start making a lot of their own money, then they'll have their own vehicle. So,
Matt and Tim, I got a question for you guys. I love smoking diesel tractors, obviously. What's the one thing I hear? I can't believe, we post pictures and videos. I can't believe they let those guys run diesels out in California. How often do you guys hear that?
Yeah, me neither. I mean, we're obviously very lucky so far that we're able to pull diesels out here. I think most of all our non-compliant trucks are in the Midwest. Everybody wants our nice, clean California trucks. So Peterbilts are like gone and instantly. So now we got all these urea trucks, and I'm sure Donnie knows all about all these new computer and deaf stuff that you got to deal with that doesn't need a runner. You see it on the side of the road burned down. So, we're exempt with the motorsports. We had an issue at Cal Poly. It's been a while back where there's somebody at the event not protested, but made a big old stink about it. And then we had to go to California Motorsports, and we were exempt from that. And we always get that smoke blowing at the county fair there, and all the people are walking through, and that smoke goes right to the crowd. And luckily, we're in the Central Valley. We're a lot of farming, so I think a lot of people don't look at it. We got the Bay Area and the LA area where all they get all their votes from, and right in the Central Valley all the way up. We're farmers, so I mean, just like the Midwest guys always give us crap about, what goes on with our governor. Well, Illinois ain't too far behind us, and so
that's right.
You guys definitely encounter something that is very similar to what goes on in the Midwest. Like you're out there in the San Joaquin Valley. You're not LA. You're not San Francisco. Just like back home in the Midwest, Illinois is not Chicago.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
There's a big divide there.
We're 2% that
don't realize.
We're a farmer, and we're 2%. We're outvoted. We work, and it seems like we get paid less and less, and we enjoy what we do. We work 7 days a week. The farmers never get the respect that we deserve.
Yep.
So,
100% agree with that.
I knew your tractors ran well because I saw them at Gordyville in the past, and Charles has seen them there as well. And so I was excited to see them when I came out there last fall, and I'm excited to be out there again in a couple of days. So looking forward to it. So
yeah, we're looking forward to it. I mean, it's been a year. When's the last time you've been in the seat, Jason?
August, whenever, Withner, Nebraska. So I'm looking forward to the Pullers Championship. So I'm hoping I can get in, Charles. Oh.
We'll see if you can make that happen. We'll find out.
No, I bought the high-tech redneck, and I want my dad to drive it. And let him drive it a lot so I can continue my media stuff. And but I want him to drive it. I want to get into Louisville. That's my bucket list for my dad. I want my dad to go down the track. So we're hoping like hell in a couple of weeks we get a letter from Louisville in a big yellow envelope. Because if you get a little white envelope, it means you're not going. But you get a big yellow one, it means you're going. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Brant,
I have a question for Brant.
yeah.
Talk to
What's
me.
it take? What's it take to get inside Steve's head, rattle his cage a little bit?
Impossible.
He's Italian.
He's an unshakable man.
Man, he
Massetti.
is so mellow and cool.
Melanesio. I got to
No,
send you my
he's really new to the tractor pulling deal, and I've been around him my whole life, and I'm extremely impressed with the way he handles his vehicle and the way he takes criticism and really tries to pay attention to what I ask him to do. And he's furnished 2 phenomenal pieces of equipment, and he, I appreciate him giving me opportunity to do what I do for him, and he listens well and gives me a long leash to kind of do what I need and do whatever it takes to do good. And, he listens, and he does an excellent job. He's got a great feel for him. So I'm extremely happy. And if you want to try to get in his head, then go ahead, buddy.
No,
So right now, Brian, fullpullgames.com, Steve Melanasio in the 7400 Italian Stallion, basically 2-1, $4,100 has been wagered on him. The whip has moved up since the show started. He was in third. Now Kevin Massetti, 6-1, $1,300 has been wagered. So.
Well, if I could figure out how to log into the damn thing, there'd be another 1,000 on that tractor. But I don't know how to do it.
Give it to one of the kids. They'll figure it out for you.
I'll give it to Christy. She'll handle it. So.
Well, Jason could bet for you, right, Jason?
I could probably make it happen. I just need your email address.
You can pull some
strings
strings
for you.
Yeah.
If you do my bet, you're going to place it on Brant. I already know you.
Were you not at Golden State GSI #1 and you watched Melanasio? I interviewed him both nights. Okay.
I've been behind that tractor. It does vroom. I know. It's badass. Both of them. Both of them.
Dan Borba wants Donnie Reed to build a super semi and pull it. I'd love to see you and Dave Ramsey dial it out.
Yes, so much yes.
I don't think he has anything to haul it to the pool, though, right?
You'd have to check with Spike.
Yeah.
I know one thing, with 4 pro modifieds in the shop, and Spike as busy as he is with all the issues he's got going on at work, I'm the last guy that's going to start something new at 70 years old.
If you need, we'll send Charles out there to help you drive those trucks, Donnie. Charles, he is a welcome. How do you say this, Charles? You'll drive anything, right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm what they say that I'm not a whore because they get paid. I'm a slut, so I'll sit on anything.
The problem with all that is how do you give your truck up to somebody that goes out and drives it better than everybody's going to know?
Yeah.
That's what Spike keeps telling me. Dad, let me drive that blue truck, and I go, get out of here.
I like the way you think, John.
He's just sucking up to the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, I'm gonna get you and Melanasio like in one of those square offs, like the boxers, Brian, before the poll, before your class, and look you guys tear down at the scale.
Kevin in there, okay? Not me. It's Kevin.
Okay, get Kevin.
Oh, Brian, after the event, we could always get a boxing ring and put some gloves on. We'll find out who the real winner is, right?
Yeah.
I like that. Jason Gish is now the odds favorite. He moved ahead of Doug Bradshaw in the 4x4 Pro Mod class since we started the show.
Wow.
Limited Pro stock diesel trucks. Trevor Massetti's 3-1. 2,200 has been bet on him. Tyler Brownlee with Panda, basically 5-1. And then Matt Orsetti is 6-1. Didn't Matt win HRDA? Did he win that championship, Brian?
He did. He won the NHRDA. Yeah.
Speaking of the long shot, Nick Jackson, not the long shot truck, the long shot in the odds right now, Nick Jackson. He needs to campaign a little bit, Massetti.
I'm glad you got in on it too, Nick. Thanks.
20-1. He's 20-1. So, 11.
You never know. That pro modified class, there's 11 in that class, and there's a lot of good trucks in there. There are. So
Well, let's
On the
hope
red
Spielman
program.
can keep the track consistent, right? So that way they can get even shot, all 11 of them.
Yeah.
I think you can. And this year last year we brought the skid steers with the rakes out, and that was the first time they'd been out here. We've used them at several of our events, and now this year we're going to have 4, 2 on each track, 2 rollers on each track. We're going to have the equipment. We're going to do everything we can to make it good. So it should be as good or better than it was last year.
Hey, Brian, I'm not saying for any floating finishes, what are we going to do on something like that when they get so close? What are you guys going to do for tiebreakers or, I'm not saying like Wayne went last year, he went and pulled it out the gate. There was somebody there. What are you doing to something like that when you run into the track?
Well, that was the only one we didn't stop. And he's not coming this year. So
There's a reason it didn't stop. Wayne effing Purser.
Well, Jason Schultz, you could be here. You get another pass underneath your belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
The practice pass.
Yeah.
Well,
we're hoping just but to answer your question, we're hoping just for a floating finish, and we'll stop everybody eventually. There's a lot of room out there after that track. Well, I mean, reasonable amount.
I think Grant's
reset the sled if you have to.
Yes, Mike, that would be an option if we have to.
Yeah,
we don't want to.
Fans hate a sled reset, but if you get 4 pullers in and you've got a leader sitting 379, then you just you play the hand you're dealt and you make the tough decision. So
Brian, whose sled do you have? Your sled, and who's the second sled this weekend?
We have Thane Motorsports, Ryan Thane from Utah. It's an older Bauer sled. I think Donnie. No, was he there in Utah when you went, Donnie, or Idaho, wherever you guys went?
No,
it wasn't.
Sled that was.
No, it wasn't the one. Yeah, it was. It's not that sled. I remember now, but I think Ryan took his to Sublimity this year. He's had it for a couple of years, so we're looking forward to him coming out.
I say it was a good sled, but that might be because I won that poll.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Those are always your favorite sled. Owen Murphy says you guys better have your hitches set correctly because the pro hitch checker in the house.
Owen's Trevor's roommate, and he helped us last year, and he was checking everybody's hitches and taking care of a lot of stuff for us. So looking forward to having Owen back.
3-1. Jason Gish is checking in. All the money's going towards the money line's going towards Gish and Double Ugly out of Oregon.
That's a badass truck right there.
Yes, it is. Donnie, you want to stir him up a little bit? Talk a little smack?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's what I want. That's what I want.
That's an awesome family and an awesome truck, and I've watched that truck pull for 40 years, and it's a good story behind it. It's a beautiful piece of equipment and a bunch of wonderful people.
Well said. Well said. As soon as he puts his helmet on, he's cussing that thing. Right.
Yeah. And I would like to add that I beat him in Idaho.
Here, Donnie, say it again. Say it again, Donnie.
Not necessarily with talent, but I did beat.
Tony Souza, is that right? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
He says, "What's up, Primos? Good luck. Wish we could be there." So, is that the Souza with the truck show that you did, Brian, a couple weeks ago?
No. He had his tractor there, but Tony runs with Tim and Matt and Super Farms.
Okay.
But they've got some family vacation or something that they're going to be gone this weekend. What else we got?
We talked about camping. We talked about puller meal. We covered everything, Brian, from that point of view.
I think we have. Saturday night after the pool, we'll go back to the tent where the puller meal is, and we'll do our ring presentations, and we'll crown our class champions there. You remember last year we had to walk over to that other little pavilion for our meals. Well, we're putting a tent up right behind the bleachers, and we're going to do everything closer to the racetrack this year. So that, and there's also VIP tickets available for that tent. There'll be food and drinks available in there during the show. Anything else? I don't know. We are looking forward to it. We've got a lot left to do in a few days, but it's going to be an awesome event.
Hey, Jason,
The weather looks good, you said?
Weather looks beautiful.
Yes, the weather looks great. I think it's going to be 68, 70 both days. No rain. So I think Tim, did you ask when Jason's
When are you flying in, Jason?
Thursday afternoon.
Oh, right on.
Yep.
Did that change time, Jason, or are we still same time?
Still the same time right now. So.
All right, good.
Jason, are you bringing all your GoPros with you, and have they recovered from their PTSD from their experiences at GSI last year?
So I had to get some new ones after GSI last year. The gentleman that passed away, Lights Out Tractor. He I feel bad because he died, but not at the tractor pull. He died after the tractor pull. And but I put my GoPro in the middle. So Charles, this tractor all of a sudden jumped in. He was like in the 8,000 open, right, or something. He was with the mod, right?
No, well, the 7,200 pound class.
So all of a sudden, this diesel tractor, Charles, pulls into the class.
Hey, Jason, it might be safer just to put it on the roll cage this time.
Yeah. I expected like a super farm charger or something like that. All of a sudden, I heard big RPM. And I turned around and got the big smile on my face. And it was kind of in between like a light pro and a big pro, but it sounds good. It sounds really freaking good. So I think it had a 5.5.
Maybe you should have bought that one, Jason.
Well, it really didn't fit any rules out here. It's kind of an in-betweener.
Yeah,
so
it is. Yeah,
I've always wanted
he bought the right one. He bought the right one.
Hey, Jason, maybe you can get some 5.0 Pro stocks come out here next year. Hopefully, I'm building a brand new 5.0 Pro stock and be done hopefully this summer.
Who's built that? Is Scott building it?
Yeah, he's building the motor and the rest of it, Engler chassis. But
is it sitting at Wildman shop right now?
No, it's not. It's at Scott's shop right now. Yeah.
Okay, I got a picture of a couple 5.0 Red Pros at their shop, and they're beautiful. So.
Yep. It's got a chaos block and all the good stuff. So and Scott's got it posted on the page.
Oh, does he?
Go look at Scott's page. He's got it posted.
I'll do that. Tina Morell says, "My money is on Donnie Reeve. He has the best crew chief." All right, Tina. So Donnie must have went to the bathroom. He left the bar. He needed to put gas in the Harley.
No, I think he's going to spring a leak.
Matt, how far do you guys live from Madera?
Oh, we're probably an hour away.
Okay.
Just running an hour.
Nice. Ray and Amanda, how far do you guys live from Madera?
3.5.
Massetti, I know where you live. Brant,
pretty
how
close.
far are you from Madera?
An hour.
An hour? Okay. So, Brian, is Madera kind of centrally located for all the pullers that run your circuit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madera's about the center of California. So, yeah, we're right about the middle for everybody.
Who's coming from the farthest away? The Oregon guys?
No, Courtney Neffenegger from Utah.
Oh, okay. And that's where the sled. That's where the second sled's coming from, right?
Right. I don't know if they're traveling together or not, but they're near each other. That'll be our high mileage. Well, I guess you're a high mileage guy, but they're coming from good ways.
Good deal. Well, let's wrap up our California side of it, Brian. I want everybody to go around the room, ask everybody one more plug, Brian, and then I'll let you guys go, and then we'll wrap it up on our end.
Well, Ray and Amanda, are you guys tuning it up, doing anything different for this weekend, or are we just going to run the tried and true setup?
We're gonna run the tried and true setup because that's what we've got, and it's been working. So no major changes from us.
Not next year. Next year.
That's smart. We're going to go that route too. We're not changing anything. We're just everything's tried and true, and we know it works. Yeah, that's crock shit. Matt and Tim, I know you guys got some work to do the next few days. You have it got a good timeline going this week?
Yeah, it's sitting right behind us. It's ready to go for tomorrow. It's starting to rain right now, so hopefully it rains enough we can actually get some work done in the shop. It seems like out in California, we never get a break in the weather, so it's always good out here. And we got the most rainfall we've had in a long time, but everything keeps growing, so we keep moving. We're still harvesting. We got pruning to do. We got lots of stuff to do, and we're hoping we get to go back and pull this winter.
For the pruning and harvesting can wait until next week. You got some work to do on that tractor.
Yep.
What pulling you want to do this winter? Do you want to come to Shipshewana?
It's a possibility. We're gonna head back up that way.
Yeah, we're looking at going to Murfreesboro, and we got that in. And I talked to Clint about it. It's a long haul, It's 2,800 miles out there, and we were hoping the 5.0 would be done so we could take 3 tractors out there and get it tested out, ready to go. And I know Scott's parts, and he's he gets parts, he gets stuff done. So the 5.0 was kind of getting excited because the Outlaws. I'm sure Ron Stone's going to be out here, and the Outlaws got a pretty nice program out there, and they got a nice app. You can watch the results, and I think it's pretty cool.
Donnie, Big D, you got any new tricks up your sleeve? I think you won our last event in Turlock for the Pro Mods.
Yeah, as far as my plan for Madera is, I've got a fresh set of tires on that thing, and I'm going to do just about everything about pulling this year will be opposite from what I tried last year, and I think I'll do a lot better.
Good. Well, we're looking forward to having you guys there.
Thank you very much.
Hey Donnie, you need to quit being so humble. Doug Bradshaw's picked up $1,000 more in wagers since the last time you talked. So
do we really need to continue down this road, Jason, or just leave it alone? I mean, you realize how many friends Doug Bradshaw has, and it's just not good. But
Doug is a very likable guy, so. But anyway,
you can like somebody, but if Donnie Reed just announced that he has fresh new tires, everybody, I should start seeing the Money Live move.
Yeah, Doug Bradshaw. I got tires.
Dawson Bradshaw, he has Wade going out there getting new tires for him.
Hey, Jason, maybe after the Friday night pool, you might take his truck for a spin out in the parking lot.
Yeah, we'll sharpen those tires. So. I love it.
Brando, you're back. You guys are loaded and ready to go. Going to relax, get your heads right. You got any tricks up your sleeve? Anything new you put on? Anything fresh?
No, sir. Stick to the routine.
Oh, don't lie, Brandy. Come on, don't lie.
Come on, Brando. I know you better than that.
No, sir. No secrets here, man.
Yeah.
Stick to the routine. That's all.
This guy, I tell you. Hey, how many racks of pistons are you guys bringing?
Do what?
How many racks of pistons are you bringing for the
3? Just
3,
in
good.
case.
Just
in case. Brant, we got Brant, the money line's moving a little bit more towards Massetti since
that's all right.
Kevin's driving it, so
that's all right.
I think Brant looks at the money line like I do. That doesn't decide what happens on the track.
Well, that's what I was trying to tell Donnie Reeves that, Doug Bradshaw's got all these friends, and I'm like, it don't matter. So who's going to win?
Yeah.
No, this is
None
just
of
so
them
fun.
polls are worth a shit anyway. Ask Trump.
That's pretty good.
I like that, Donnie. I like that.
Just be standing down there around 300 feet. You'll find out what's going to go down.
That's right.
I love
Why are
it.
you going to stop at 300, Donnie? We got more dirt than that.
Make sure you see the taillights that way.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Cool. Well, I really want to thank all of you for taking your time out to join us tonight, and thank everybody for watching. And don't forget, if you can't be here in Madera this weekend, you go to beermoneypulling.tv. Did I get it right, Jason?
yeah, I like how you're reading it go across the bottom. I'm really proud of you, Mr.
Dang, man. Yeah, this guy's hard on me. And it's on our website. Donnie,
What's that?
somebody breaking into his house, it sounds like.
Somebody's got a smoke alarm going off. I'm driving my dog crazy. So.
But we are looking forward to everybody. Those that have RV reservations, I will be sending out a little just an information deal text to you this week. We're looking forward to that. We will have our meals both days. We've got 3 food trucks each night. Just it's going to be fantastic. The energy's there. We just appreciate everybody helping us on social media, sharing it, like, share, comment, do all that stuff Jason tells us to do. That's what keeps the algorithm going, if I'm repeating that correctly.
Like,
It is-
comments, and shares. Engage with all polling content. It's good.
Tell your,
We're gonna fill those stands up with people. My dog's
Yes.
going crazy with that smoke alarm. So
Search engine optimization.
SEO. You're learning, Michael.
Yep,
Perfect.
I've discovered that.
No, but for all the pullers that are watching, tell your friends and your family back home that can't make it to go to beermoneypulling.tv. All that's going back to MLM Motorsports to help put this event on. Every dollar that's collected from that. And then, of course, the full pull games. It's fun because it just brings another level of excitement to talk about that with your friends and the fellow pullers and kind of edge each other. I was trying to get Donnie Reed to say something, but he stayed professional the whole time. I'm really impressed.
That a boy, Donnie. Don't let him get you.
Yeah.
Sure look forward to seeing all you guys.
He's trying to reel him in. Come on, Jason.
Yeah.
So, Ray and Amanda, Tim and Matt, Donnie, thank you. You guys have a good night. Brian and Brant, I'm just going to put you two on the screen. Okay, just you two. So hold on.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk a little smack here. I got to get this ready.
Thank you, everybody.
Hold on. I got to get rid of.
Wow. It's just us, Brandon.
What's happening?
This is where you shit talk a little bit instead of you pump them up a little bit. Come on, help me out. Get it up.
I can't because I don't like shit talking and then get our asses handed to us. So
I have nothing to say. Best of luck to you, Brian. I hope it all goes well.
You guys are boring.
I hope it does.
I'm gonna bring everybody back on. You guys are boring. I wanted the.
You gotta throw more bait out there.
Well, but the problem is neither one of us are going to be in the seat.
Well, it should
Are
be
you
who's
driving
buying
right
whose
now?
drinks. Who's buying whose drinks after the pool, right?
There you go, Tim.
Driving's overrated. I retired.
Yeah. You would jump back in that thing.
I don't know. I like what I'm doing, man. It's good.
You're doing good at it.
Thank you.
We're not shit talking enough, are we, Jason? We're being too nice.
Yeah. Once you guys just switch tractors, one drive the other tractor, and we'll see how good it does. Yeah.
Brandon, I heard a rumor you were like starting to tune like fuel alters or some shit. So like, talking smack there. Oh, he's gone now.
He just went bye-bye.
Brent.
Hello.
Charles asked that again.
I heard you were starting to tune some like fuel altered stuff. Like you gonna talk some smack down on Bakersfield or what? Oh no, I can't hear him. He's talking.
You got muted.
He's got that.
Now he's talking the hardest smack all night too.
It's that Kmart internet. Ray and Amanda's internet just got switched over to Sullivan's house.
I know Mike. I know Mike English, who's the announcer at Bakersfield. Like everything you're mouthing, I will make sure he knows, and it gets it gets relayed to whoever you're talking smack against. Yeah, he's still going.
I don't know if he.
And then we're just laughing at him, so he thinks we're laughing with him, and we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you, Grant. He's like, I don't care. I'm Grant Sullivan. What's up, G's?
Yeah.
G to the O.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Ooh, what?
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I read that comment. Brian's driving.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what the boys say, but we'll see how it does.
Hey, Brian, before we let you and and our West Coast friends go, because you guys have to go to bed because you guys work so hard, can we see Christy real quick? Did she brush her hair today?
Come here.
So here's the real person that this is the reason this event's organized.
There
Christy,
she is.
How are
Yay.
you?
Hi.
She's good. She's running on no sleep, and she's been busting her little butt off and getting everything done so that it's all organized for everybody. Printed off everything that is going in the check-in packet. What else? You did everything.
Getting banners
This-
put up tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow banners are going up.
Tent will go up the next day.
Yeah.
Lots
For
to do.
100% sure this event would not happen if it wasn't for Christy.
It's clearly obvious when you get there that you know that who really runs the show in the city. Clearly obvious.
I don't even try to hide it. Yep.
Good man.
It's all good.
We appreciate it.
No, it's awesome.
Oh.
Dan Borba said he'll talk smack. We're coming after all the twins next year, looking to have some serious competition, but good fun. Much respect to them all.
I welcome any and all comers.
Yeah, that boy Sullivan. Oh, Sullivan's back.
Good answer.
He's back. We lost him for a little bit. John Spielman says the card shark. ... Christy was saying. What's
So
the story
James-
behind that, Christy?
Well, you tell him, babe. You took the money from all them little kids. So James turned our younger son turned 18 yesterday. So we had a little surprise poker game, surprise party with our family and a poker night. And John and Jonna, because they're ballers, they flew down in their airplane and came for dinner and a poker game. And then Christy ended up winning the whole poker game. She took everybody's money, all our little nieces and everybody. I mean, it's good though. She deserved it. So, yeah. We need to get Sonia and Tony to come to this event next year. I'm going to work with Sonia, and we're going to make sure our dates align so that they don't have family vacation when we have the Golden State Invitational.
Agreed. Well, cool. You guys got a lot to do. Brian, thanks for coming on. Tim and Matt, see you guys in a couple of days. Ray and Amanda, Donnie, you guys have a good night, okay? I'm going to wrap up the show with our regular guys, and we'll see you guys in a couple of days.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Safe travels.
What's up, fellas?
How's it going?
Matt had to get up super early tomorrow and head to he does auctioneering stuff up in Wisconsin, so it's all good. It's all good. I want to talk about diesels and dark corners, guys. It was awesome. I don't know how it was. If you're on social media all this weekend, Charles or Mike, you saw a lot of diesels and dark corners. 44 3.0 diesel trucks, 41 2.6. And those 2.6 Pro Street trucks, they run hard, Charles. I did not know they ran as good as they did. Single axle, good track. But I'm telling you, my biggest takeaway, guys, was those narrow front tractors, Charles, with the scrapers and the boxes. I'm 2.5 minutes, Charles. Bang, bang, bang.
Welcome to what we do here in Michigan.
Needs to be everywhere. It really does.
It needs to be everybody. We got guys here who do that. They kind of started here, and it's spread, and yeah, the design is there, and it just works. It just works.
Well, Adam has the video of them. I think anything Adam does will get a bajillion views. Hopefully, a lot of promoters see that. Obviously, you can't run out and just build them right away, but it was Ted Ferguson and not Ted. I know I took a picture of their tractor and the one guy.
Yeah, not Ted.
Not Ted, but it was awesome. It was awesome. But no, it's a perfect time of the year. A lot of us Midwestern guys, we're always burnt out by the end of the season. You have a little bit of a break, get your crops out, and one more hurrah. But I've never seen that many. So they sell these trackside parking spots down there, and people back their trucks up with their trailers and they actually bring their fire pits. And then they all sit around it on their trailer. I mean, it's a hoot. It's a hoot. So absolutely
different atmosphere down there for sure.
Yeah, good times. The Starlink worked most of the time. We lost a little bit at 1:07 a.m. on Saturday morning. Yeah, at 10:30 we had 86 hooks left. And I went, oh my god!
I had to drive the school bus Friday night to go to a basketball game, and we were pulling it up on the phone and kind of watching it a little bit. But I got home at 10:30, and I said to myself, well, okay, I'll sit down and start the replay. I'll start the replay at 10:30, and then I'll get up, early Saturday morning and get it finished. And I click on it and it's still live. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like 10 hooks, 15 hooks. Like, I'll get the idea. And then I literally heard someone, well, there's about 27 left in the class and there's 3 O's lining up next. And I was like, holy Lord. And I watched it till midnight, which midnight Central Time. And then that's when you're talking about your Starlink went a little wonky. And so I was like, well, I guess it's time to go to bed either way.
But yeah, we missed 1 3-0 truck, and then we got the live stream going again. Then it blinked again about 2-something a.m. And then we finished up at 2:57, the last one that went down the track. And I'm telling you,
everybody talks about how they want like the 3-hour show, but do they really? Because how fucking awesome is that there was an event that was pulling till 3 a.m.
I will tell you, there was more people watching on the live stream, Charles, than there was in the stands.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. There is an appetite for the hardcore that you can do something like this and that you can go that late. There was a couple times this year where I was at events where, due to weather constraints, we wound up pulling till 3 a.m. and no one left, no one withdrew. It was awesome. So the idea that you got to have this tight show to 3 hours or whatever and get people back in the midway, bullshit. The hardcore is never going to leave, and so I think that's really cool.
They don't have pulling down there like we do, guys. They don't see this type of competition. Honestly, the biggest trucks they probably see is a 2.6 and a 3.0, and they got to see Pro Street, 3.6 Pro Stock semi trucks or Pro Stock 4x4s, 3.6 obviously, and then Super Stock. Van Hazley was there, Brady Ingram. I mean, all the big names were there, and then those 4.1 semis. I know, Charles, we talked about them on our call last week. They have snort. They have snort. Yep,
they do.
So,
and the pace, it wasn't a pull till 3 a.m. with a tractor would go, and then there was 4.5 minutes of track prep, and then we didn't even start the pace was booking. I mean, it was going till 3 a.m. with, I think Doug said they were averaging a hook every 2.5 minutes, and that's flirting with Bowling Green speed.
That was crazy fast. Like for us, I wanted Charles has me watching these old videos, TNT and Power Smoke Days or whatever, and they interviewed every puller right at the end of the track. So I said, we're doing that at this event. So we set up a little interview station. Friday night, you could tell the people that weren't happy, they just drive right by you. They don't want to talk to anybody. But then they come up to you later and they're like, I'm sorry, I was just pissy because I had a bad hook or whatever. I'm like, no, I want somebody to be like, really show that passion. So we had one gal say, so she drove her boyfriend's like 3.6 truck, or she drove his 3.0 truck in the 3.6 class just to get hooked. She says, fuck yes. It was so awesome.
Was it Jennifer Pushler?
Yeah, Jennifer Pushler.
Yeah.
Yep. She was so fun. I haven't been in Matrix in over a year. And literally. And then we had a kid named Dawson, got to drive a truck for the P16 for the first time ever. And he goes, this is the best day of my life. He goes, it was so awesome. And then there's a gentleman who's handicapped, Dan. Oh shoot, he's got a. I took a picture of the
Wheelchair.
logo, but yeah,
the flying wheelchair.
the flying wheelchair on his thing, and he drives that with his hands. And it's a mean truck. I think he finished in the top 5. I forget. There were so many names. It was just a great event. Just a great event. It was fun. Long ways down there from Wisconsin, but Atlanta traffic is horrible.
The supply and demand just works out perfect because, on any given afternoon in mid to late July, there's a pull everywhere in every state between Michigan and Indiana and Nebraska, Missouri and whatnot. But there was essentially one tractor pull, one truck pull. I guess I got to use the correct, words there. There's essentially one pull this last weekend. And because of the world we live in, fans who can't be there can watch it. Fans who are within driving can watch it and want to watch it. And so many people now, these drivers, like COVID, I think, killed a lot of the mindset of I only hook, Badger State, or I only hook PPL or whatever. Now people are like, if I can hook somewhere, I want to hook somewhere because that one year we lost it. So now anytime we can hook, we want to hook. And they're going to them. So the supply and demand was just 100%. It's the perfect storm for a big show. And I think that's exactly what we got last weekend. And I think we'll see a lot of online viewership this weekend for the same reason.
Well, I hope so. It's fun. For me, Charles, you said it best. You kept saying San Joaquin Valley or whatever, but it's not the California Charles that we see on the news in the Midwest. It's not the San Francisco, the LA.
Yeah, I could steer you to so many books and so much shit that I've learned and studied about that place. And John Bohr, who is a friend of the show, is a very good conduit for what the reality is of Central California. Whatever you think of it, whether it's whether it's SoCal, meaning San Diego, Los Angeles, or the San Francisco area, there is a big state there. And I have learned that through my personal interest into the farming that goes on there, but also into my interest in, like I'm a chainsaw nut, right? So like logging and what it means to Northern California. There's a big state there that does a lot of things well beyond what is on TV. And there's a lot of connection that cross-pollinates to the Midwest that I don't think people really realize. It's not talked about, but it's there.
And this is video from their poll last year. This place is awesome. So Kenny Shepard, Charles Mike, I think he's a former NASCAR driver. He owns it, or he runs his track or owns his track. I don't know how racetracks work like Charles does, but they run junior NASCAR kids there. Like, they're going to take that next level.
The ARCA series, right? It's an ARCA track, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
And you heard the pullers say it, but yeah, the pits are great. The campers are right behind the grandstands. I mean, it's a great venue. It's a great event. And I was blown away last year. And that's kind of how I opened up this segment, if you will. I wouldn't have known if I was in California if it wouldn't have been for the palm trees, because no accents. And not that I'm picking on anybody with accents, because I love people from the South. I love y'alls and shit like that. But it was I don't know. I just had this different California. Yes, you know what I'm trying to say. It was just different. But I flew into Fresno and jumped in they picked me up and took me up there, and it was awesome. It was awesome. But they're all farmers and blue collar and hardworking and what we're used to seeing all the time. So
it wasn't surfers, trying to stand on narrow front tractors. It was, agriculture.
No, you won't find that.
And
you won't find that. You'll go to the Central Valley of California, and you'll feel like you're standing in the middle of Iowa. You will not be able to tell the difference.
No, I 100% agree. 100% agree.
And you hit on this too, Charles. And I guess we should probably know that, because Missouri is not St. Louis. Michigan is not Detroit, and Wisconsin is not
Madison and Milwaukee.
Yeah, Door County or whatever. So,
no, Wisconsin is Door County. It's
I couldn't think of a metropolitan area in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we don't. We don't have a lot of them, but we got Milwaukee and
but yeah, there's that disparage of
Detroit's actually a bad example because we are the Motor City, and I have actually announced a tractor pull in Wayne County where Detroit exists. Like I've announced a pull within 15 miles of where it all is. So we're kind of a bad example here, but I get what you're trying to say.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much more tonight. I wanted to talk about that full pull rolled out the line, and so everybody gets $1,000 play money, if you will, each night to make your bets. And like I went all in. I picked that tractor you guys have Brant Sullivan tunes on. It is just I saw it last year. It's stupid good. It would compete out here, Charles, in a heartbeat with anything. That thing is
Believe it. Yep.
And
I was trying to bust his balls a little bit. I know he's doing some other stuff, tuning some drag cars and whatnot. I wanted to get him to talk about it, but connections are what they are.
Jerry Fagunda says, look up the Surf Ranch, professional surfing in the valley. I will. I'll check that out.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it's fun to go out and see everybody do that. And the money line stuff is fun because it's fun to see it move, throughout when you make a post and people start, picking winners and stuff like that. So I went all in on Melanesia Friday night, Charles and Mike. Now I'm going to take good notes to make my pick Saturday with my 1,000. I'm going to spread it out then a little bit. Like Diesel's North Corners, there was a couple long shots that won. Craig Dickey, Charles and Mike, he was not the favorite at all. So somebody went big on Craig because Craig won Friday night and Saturday night. And when I interviewed Van Hazley Friday night, he goes, I'm happy for those guys. You know how Van is. I'm happy for those guys. They've been working hard for a couple of years, but I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to come after him Saturday. And he snuck by him again Saturday night too. So you'll come and Skiller 2 nights in a row. So
yeah, I had a chunk on Van Hazley, and I felt of all my bets, that one was my safest bet. Not that the Cummins Killer is something that should be slept on by any means, but I just really felt that one, it was interesting. Pulling's fun. So
do have one bit of news tonight for Midwest Winter Nationals. 3-6 pullers, 3-6 truck guys. Sorry, you didn't sign up in time. It's over. It's done. If you are already signed up, your entry will be refunded to you unless you want to swap to 3.0 class, because we've got interest from the Hot Farm guys. We've got, I think, 75 registered, and if we can get to 8, well, not if, we're going to get to 80, we're going to split it to 4 flights for a final on Saturday.
Charles, sorry, I think this is an old graphic. I got to get, no.
Yeah, that's an old graphic. It was changed today.
Okay, is it on the Facebook page?
I don't know if they actually put one up there. It came to me through Clint, but the reality is, when you're getting that much interest from a particular category, a particular class, where 75 have already signed up and there's more waiting in the wings saying we want to be a part of this, versus another class where we had 3 finally sign up and we had to pull teeth to get the rest of you. Well, we're going to go where we're going to go where the interest is.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want 3-6 there. I put, like, much more so than Clint. Me personally, yeah, I want 3-6 there. I love you guys. I want that to be a class. I advocated for it. I tried to make it happen over the last week, and just the response wasn't there. And so, sorry, we're gonna go where the interest is, and there's more to come yet as far as announcements go with the event itself. But 3-6 is going to go by the wayside for now. Not to say never to return. That's not fair, and it isn't true. But the 510 Hot Farms have come out of the fucking woodwork, and they want to play. So we're gonna let them play.
Well, and Charles, in that event, that's what that event's been built on, and you've talked about that. We've talked about that. Hot Farms, Pro Farms, Super Farms. You know what I mean?
I've colloquially always referred to it, even back to the Gordyville years and going back, 15 years ago. It's a Super Bowl of single charger, and that's what it is.
Yep.
And that meant trucks, but you guys didn't come through. So sorry, like we're 10 weeks away. And with the amount of preparation work that goes into specifically assigning pit spots for your hauler, specific spots within the building for you in your vehicle, like this all is pre-planned. There is no shoot from the hip.
Yep.
And they run a tight ship. They're efficient. They're fast because this is all pre-planned. I'm sorry, guys. It's the time has passed.
Yep. Yeah, this is on their website. It has been decided to shelf the 3.6 Pro Stock diesel trucks for 24 due to low registration numbers. With that change, we'll be adding a fourth qualifier for the 95 Hot Farm tractors on Friday night, with the finals moved to Saturday night. With the fourth qualifier, only the top 3 from each flight will make the finals for a total of 12 tractors. That's some Louisville type cool awesomeness right there, Charles.
There's some more cool shit coming. You know, the 5.0 Pro Stock is coming along, and that I think they're up to 9. I think we're going to wind up somewhere around 12 or 13, which is going to be sweet. There's some more stuff coming when it comes to this event that we have not talked about and haven't shared with anybody. That's, you know, in terms of class offering that is coming behind the scenes. We're going to stay quiet about that for now, but it'll be sweet and you'll enjoy it. It's stuff you've seen before, but maybe never indoors. So just cliffhanger. I know, but that's
no, I love it. It's going to be badass.
Yeah,
it's going to be badass.
Yeah, it will be.
I love it. No, we'll start getting Clint segments on every Monday night as soon as he's done harvesting, because I talked to him a week or two ago.
Yeah, he's slam busy, and I catch him in between rainstorms.
Yep, that's the best way to do it. So, well, good deal. Yeah, thanks for coming on tonight, Charles. Good to see your pretty face again. We got our Wednesday night. We're doing our Pullers Championship live with our Pullers Championship team. Mike, thanks for coming on tonight. Mike will be running Outlawed live tomorrow night with Ron Stone. Who are your guests tomorrow? Because Ron's at the he's in Racine, Wisconsin, at the Case IH Superfan Experience with the Outlaws, and then I have Cinderella for my daughter, her musical, because I'm not gonna be around this weekend, so I'm going to Parents Night viewing tomorrow night to watch that. Who do you have, Mike? Who do you have Tuesday?
So tomorrow night's going to be Outlawed Live with Ron Stone with Mike Idle, filling in for Ron Stone. And Jason Wayman is going to be coming on to hang out with me. It's going to be a Northeast Missouri takeover. And we're going to talk about Jason Wayman's second place points finish in Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association for the 3.0 diesel trucks this year. And I've got a slew of questions for him. It's going to be a great time. We're going to talk about, you know, how do we feel about second? What adjustments would we have made? What pulls would we have done different? I started crunching his numbers today. You've accused me of being a super nerd when it comes to pulling numbers. He only finished, I don't want to spoil too, I mean, it's fun to look at that stuff. He only finished outside of the top 3 twice, and still ended up in a second place. So we're going to have a lot of neat stuff that we're going to be able to talk about. He's from Novinger, Missouri. I'm from Bevier, Missouri. We're in the same athletic conference. You know, we're not far from each other. So tomorrow should be a good time. We're looking forward to it.
Wyatt must be having Larry Roberts on Motorsports Almanac, looks like. Do you know anything about that, Charles?
Yes. Larry and Tim Howell and John Evans will be joining them on Wednesday.
That's a throwback.
The first time anybody's ever talked to them.
Yeah, that's sweet. Mm-hmm. That is sweet. So Tim, do they work for Larry, John, and Tim, or do they just friends?
Yes, they do, and they drove for them in period. At one particular point in time, I think that I'm kind of curious to actually ask this question on the show myself. I think one of the alcohol super stocks was one that Tim drove exclusively. Like John and Larry never drove it. It was Tim only. There's a good story there.
Cool. Well, that'll be neat.
I'm going to get sidetracked from this by talking about sidetracked, and it's even a sidetracked part of your sidetracked.
Sidetracked? You're going to get sidetracked?
Charles, on your first deep dive that you did. Your deep dives are awesome. And you went in and you talked about the first component, which, you know, the first true component tractor, and that was out of the Roberts stable. And then you kind of had another little side note. You never know what you know until you know it later. Talking about the 903 Cummins with the, is it the Crazy Canuck? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Crazy Canuck was at that event that particular night. That was the first of the 903 Cummins component tractor chassis tractors.
But did you find out who the mod was?
I've heard rumors who it was. I don't ever know that we ever actually confirmed who that was in Ohio that had the alcohol 903 Cummins in a modified and definitively knew who that was. No.
But to our best approximation, based on the research that we have, we think that was the first 903 with spark plugs in a pulling vehicle.
Far as I know, yeah. And it like from what you can see in the video, it kind of, not knocking the guy, ran like shit. But somebody did it. Somebody did it before Beaudry's and before Blackborns.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go through all the classes that just the money lines you guys can clock off. I know, Charles, you're an hour ahead of us. Mike, I'll have a link for you tomorrow for the Outlaw Show that you can share as Wayman. Okay. Charles, good to see you.
Yep.
You guys have a good night.
Yep. Thanks. You'll just, Jason, real quick, you'll just send me everything I need. I don't have to build anything for it.
You'll just have to get that link over to your guests. That's it. And tell them to be on at 7. And then Mackenzie will run the show. So
I love it. I like doing it that way. You ever see the movie Schindler's List? Where the guy doesn't do the work. He says, not the work, just the presentation. That's my way of doing things, man. I like that.
Wyatt,
all right. Well, thanks for having us, Jason.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Charles.
Yep.
I'm going to finish up here just with the money lines for Madera this weekend. Again, fullpullgames.com, everybody. This has made it very, 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 very fun and interesting with these games. You're giving you $1,000 play money, okay, to do this. And then you're jumping in, signing in. You get $1,000 each night and to rock it out here. So I'm at fullpullgames.com. I'm clicking on play now. Again, you can do this on your phone. I do stuff on my website, especially when I'm sharing it off like this. But this is what does this mean? So $17,000 and $17,011 has been wagered on the Pro Modified class. Again, with the play money, but whoever does the best with their play money over the weekend wins $500. So then Full Pull will be real money in 2024. I don't know when exactly, but this is going to be the format. So this is super cool. People are getting excited about this. The pick'em games are fun. There will still be some of that as well, but this is the fun stuff. So Pro Mod 4x4 trucks. So the person with the lowest number or the most money bet on them is going to be your favorite. That's how the money line moves. And I believe earlier in the show it was Jason Gish with Double Ugly. Yes, still him. He has $4,495 has been wagered on him. So he's 3.78. So I would just say 4-1. Okay, that's what he's going to pay out. Second, right now, I'll bring Mike back in. He likes this stuff. Mike, I didn't want to make you guys stay in if you didn't want to, but I know you enjoy all of this. I do want to get rid of our faces so I can make the screen big. Can you still hear me, Mike?
Yep, we're good, man.
So pump in whatever you want a little bit. But did you play the games at Georgia this weekend?
I did, and it's a little funny. The only curveball I would say is, when you're using the play money, you're playing to win in a sense of accumulating the biggest purse over 2 weekends. Whereas if I was betting my own actual money, I might bet differently. So a lot of my strategy over the weekend was bet as heavily as I can early. And then as that pays off, jump to the next class. But then I did a really bad job of checking my account regularly to see where that money, you know, had kind of gone between the two classes, so to say. That's kind of what I wanted to do. But I think like if once we do this next year, I don't know, it's really intriguing. I like the odds. And especially something like Diesels and Dark Corners that had people that I wasn't as familiar with. That gave me a great way to look into how I wanted to do things. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna find me. I don't know how I did. I didn't.
Yeah, just curious.
I ended up with like $300. I want to say no. I think I ended up at dead zero because I took my $300 and then I was, because you can't go home with it. It's play money. You know, if it's real money, you're like, oh crap, I've got 300 of my 1,000 left. Like, you know, maybe I should, you know, think about this. But it's
I have a real story. I have a real story in Vegas about that at a blackjack table. That's not for this show.
But I didn't, you know. My wife has been really coming on board lately with the idea of full pull because I've had some success with it in some other aspects. And so I told her this weekend, I said, I'm gonna bet, like I'm gonna bet money. And I didn't tell her until later on that it was fake money. So that was enjoyable too, to kind of watch
watch her get scared.
Well, she had more interest. She goes, have you checked your account? Are you watching the pull? The pull's on. You better be watching the pull. And I was like, oh, this is kind of a win-win. So, and then I was like, no, then it's $1,000 of not real money. So
this is a pro modified. $1,000 been wagered on Danny Tucker, Abracadabra, Agent Orange Force. And they just put the games up this afternoon, so it's just getting going. You know, this one surprises me a little bit. This is an L&L points champion from last year. You know, he's 43-1 right now. But again, a lot of people are going to go in and bet their friends. I know Gish, everybody knows Gish has a tough truck, so that's fun. But I'm really looking forward to this. So that's I think they picked 7 classes, Mike. Again, I'm at fullpullgames.com. Let's see here. This is 7,400 mods.
Loved, and I mean loved, the style of games they offered Friday night for Diesels and Dark Corners. Because there's so much you can do, you know, at any point, of course, you can go to a class and you can pick your winner, you pick your top 3 or anything like that. But then all like the side hustles way of thinking, like they opened up a game and it was like, what's the over under for sled resets? You know, which class is going to give us the farthest total distance? I thought semis was gold for the grandbabies. I mean, normally you watch semis pull and, you know, I thought 500-foot track semis, they're going to go to North Carolina out there. And so just betting on stuff like that makes it really entertaining too. Not that not picking drivers isn't fun, but to think about the other aspects of a tractor pull. So I love those types of games.
There was a lot of positive feedback on that, Mike. I'm glad you brought it up because I totally forgot about it, to be honest.
I love that.
Focused on Madeira. This is the limited pro diesel trucks. Let's see here. Trevor, that's Brian's son. He's 3-1 right now. Then we got Tyler Brownlee with Panda, and then Matt Orsetti with Purple Haze. Corey Corny, that's the truck out of Utah that Brian mentioned in the show. Super Farm Tractors, we had Matt and Tim on tonight. Green Energy Brent Chippenary is he's 3-1. He's came back and pulled before in the Midwest. Planter Tractor, Kyle Brock. Smoke and Crow, Matt Crow, Tim Perry. High Cotton. Super Farm Tractors. 8,000-pound mods, 3 of them. So I expect this to be kind of tight like the way it is, Mike. You know, Jeremy, Donnie, Jared.
That Donnie Fagundis. There used to be a Fagundis name a couple years ago that pulled in the Midwest quite a bit. Is that the same?
Rod.
Yeah, is that the same people?
That's his cousin. So Robbie Fagundis, who you're thinking about, his daughter Jesselyn is the one that's with Brant Sullivan. I don't know if I think they're married now.
Okay.
That's why Brant's out in California.
Oh, okay. Now we know.
That's the whole joke about he had to leave Kentucky to go out to California. I didn't catch you up on that. So it's all good.
Well, I thought he was just having, someone was like, how far away are you from Madeira? And he's like, an hour. And I was like, oh, like that's a good joke because he's actually like a day. But no, he's actually like an hour.
Yep. This is a 6,000 pound mod. This is a single engine Allison class, Mike. And there's a turbine in there. This is, I'm pretty sure, Bailout's a turbine tractor. Or no, maybe that's the Allison. But this is Melanesio. This is the tractor with the Tasmanian Devil that Brant Sullivan tunes on. It's mean.
Would you compare this class to the Outlaws Light Limited Modified?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then what else we got? 6,000. And then work stock diesel trucks. Come and get it. Kevin Vieira, he's 14-1 right now. Chris Rodriguez is 20-1. Justin Van Tassel at the Hood Rat 22-1. Last minute hooker Wade Bradshaw's 3-1. Eric Rocha's 2-1 basically, or 3-1. There's your favorite right there. So Amanda was the one, the hooligan. She won last year, and she's the one that was on the show tonight, Mike, earlier when we had him on.
Yeah. Thinking strategically, if you're trying not to win money, but to win this competition, I'd be tempted to take $100 out of my 1,000 or $50 out of my 1,000 and you go put it on the Hood Rat truck. Just take a little bit, and then why not? Because we saw this weekend at Diesels and Dark Corners that the way you think it's going to play out on paper, especially at these destination pulls, is not a guarantee. Van Hazley, I bet hard on him this weekend, and just because the stats are there and the betting line is there, that's a long ways from a guarantee in truck and tractor pulling.
Yep, sure is.
You put a small amount on 20-1 odds, and you might be having some cash to play with later.
Yep, that's a lot of people did. They, like you said, they took their winnings and kept going. So, Mike, thanks for jumping on tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. Our West Coast fans have checked out. It's time to go to bed here in the Midwest, and join us right here, beermoneypulling.tv. We'll be live streaming the event from California. Have a good night, everybody.